Okay guys, today I'm going to be trying out this Polygel nail kit. Almost every video I post of nails, I get asked if I've ever tried anything other than acrylic or recommending gel nails. So this is my very first time trying them, my first time wearing them, and I don't know if I should hurt you guys or thank you guys because I guess I have a bunch of pro and cons, I guess, for these polygel nails after doing them the first time. So first of all, I'm just prepping my nails. I'm just kind of getting rid of any like dead cuticle and just cleaning up around the cuticle area. I'm just going in with a little e-file, and I will link everything I got in the description box. This set is pretty affordable and it comes with everything you need. I'm just kind of taking away any shine, and then I don't even know where to start. So I'm going to take the base coat, and again, this set comes with everything you need. So I'm going to take the base coat, and I'm just following the directions that came with it. It says to apply the base coat and cure it for 60 seconds. That's what I did. It just didn't come with the light, which I have linked in my Amazon. So I don't really feel like it's any faster than acrylic. I mean, my right hand took about 2 hours, and I was struggling quite a bit, but I don't want to complain about that too much because it was my first time, and like anything, I'm sure there's a learning curve. I guess I would just have to start getting used to it, and even though my right hand did come out better than my left, but I'm just showing you everything here. It does come with this slip solution. It's not a lot, but you don't need a lot at all, so I guess it works out because yeah, you don't need a lot at all. And the brush, it comes with double-ended, but this brush, I feel like it's my fault I messed it up, so maybe that's why my left hand didn't come out too great. I left it overnight sitting in nothing, so I think I left a little bit on. I'm not sure, but the brush is messed up. I need to get another brush. Okay, so it does come with these dual forms. I was just checking here because the top row and the bottom row, I used the top row. I wasn't sure if they were any different, if they were longer, if they were different shape, but it turns out they were exact same thing. So I don't know, both top and row and bottom row are the same. I only used the maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, the first 4 or 3 in the set. The rest I didn't use because they were just way too big for my finger. So just after doing this the first time, I'm going to go ahead and say even if it's just a little bit too big for your nail, that's better than it being too small because these forms are really skinny and it just looks better. And there is 2 little lines. One on one side is a little bit further down. That's what I actually put on my actual nail, natural nail. I don't know if I did it upside down or not. I'm not sure, but I used the side that was thicker. And as you can see right here on my right hand, my pinky is extremely skinny because I did it upside down the first time and it just ended up being too skinny. So that's why I figured maybe I should turn it upside down and do it. So the kit comes with a bunch of different colors. I'm using very pretty colors. I'm using 005 Nude. And this by far is one of my pros because I am absolutely in love with this color. It is such a pretty color. All the colors on the set were extremely pretty. I mean, it's hard to find a nail polish this color, but it was so pretty. I am just over the top in love with the color. And I guess a pro could be the forms as well. So you're just supposed to take a little bit, and well, I would put a little bit more than usual because they do come out very, very thin. So you're supposed to take a little bit, put it in the mold, and kind of mold it. Now, I think the dual forms are a pro because if you're not very good at sculpting and shaping your nails, it pretty much takes all the work out for you. That is a great part, and you don't have to file a lot. So it kind of takes some practice with this. It is easy, but this stuff is super sticky. And as you see my brush, I was having difficulties. I was not having this problem with my right hand. But what I definitely, some tips, use more of the gel than you think you need. Like I said, they come out very thin. And then also make sure the edges are completely filled. And what I'm doing here also, I like to add like a little dip in the middle because that's actually going to sculpt the bottom of your nail. So you definitely need that dip right in the middle of that gel. You want it to kind of curve in the middle. Trust me. Definitely curve in the middle. And then you can flip your thing over and just make sure you don't see any clear, see-through, like you can see through. Make sure the gel is covering all. I definitely recommend more than less because it's going to help support the nail more. and it's easier to take it off with the file than having to try to add more. And I did dip my brush in the slip solution just a little bit. You don't want it too wet or too dry because then it's too sticky, and if it's too wet I don't think it's going to work very well. So it's kind of like I dipped my brush in, I tapped it on both sides on the napkin, and then I kind of went in with that. So this kind of like the tricky part, because then you're supposed to just set it on your nail and kind of it's supposed to just stay. I think if the solution, you have too much solution on, it will just pop right off, which is the tricky part. But this is probably my biggest con right here. Out of just overall, I don't like this part. I feel like I liked almost everything about these gel nails except this part. I feel like you have to almost sculpt the bottom as well, not just the top, which with acrylics and nail tips you don't have to do that. And my biggest pet peeve, it may not bother some people, is having acrylic under my nail right between, you know, like my nail bed and the bottom underneath. And with this, once you push it down, you cannot push it down too hard. I'm putting my finger over it just to keep it on there, because if it does lift and there's bubbles in it, you do not want that because there's going to be no gel there. So definitely hold it down very gently, because if you push it down too hard, it's going to put more gel, and it's just going to push it down and get into that little crease under your nail. And once it gets hard, it's not going anywhere and it will stay like that. So it says to put it in and cure it for 60 seconds and then turn your nail over and cure it for 30 seconds, which to me, it kind of takes a little, just as long as acrylic nails, not longer, but just as long, because I feel like I have to go one by one each nail, so the duo form doesn't move. But then after you cure it, you just pop off the duo form and then it's pretty much set. And like I said, look at the, you don't have to shape it really, you just have to take a little bit of file to it and do the edges, but it really pretty much does all the shape for you, which I think is probably the best thing about these things. But my biggest pet peeve is, and problem with these gel nails, and I'm sure it's something I just need to get better at, but for right now, it was my only issue with the whole process. And then came the filing, which was very, very easy. This is much easier than acrylic. So really, you just have to go over the sides maybe once or twice, and it's, again, much faster than doing acrylic. And then just kind of getting them the same length, all the same length. I wasn't sure if I can use an e-file on these, but you definitely can. So the instructions said to like shape them and then go over the top with the file. I guess you go over the whole top layer. I don't know why it's not sticky or anything. It looked fine to me, but anyways, it said to go over the top layer. So you can either use the file that I'm using now that it came with. I decided to go with my e-file, but you have to do it very, very carefully. I just wanted to do the e-file because it was a little bit easier to go around my cuticle, and I wanted to make sure to get everything off my cuticle, because if you push too much with the dual form, some of the gel will pop up and get around your cuticle. You're supposed to wipe it off with the brush, but some parts I guess I didn't, or I'm not sure. So I just wanted to make sure and go in with the e-file. I mean, the e-file is only like 20 bucks, so it's not that expensive, and it's definitely worth it. So if you just wanted to get this along with the kit. But yeah, so I just went around the cuticle and then once over just to kind of get the shine off, because I really didn't need to do anything else to it. And again, I'm sure that's something that I just need more practice on, just to not get it around my cuticle. And then I took some, it was bothering me so much, the bottom, so I took some cuticle cutters and kind of cut it off as much as I could. The bottom, that it has like a little lip, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but you can see it just touches my actual skin, and I really, really don't like that. So I cut it off with the cuticle cutters, and then I went in with a small little drill tip thing and kind of sand it under there. This also comes with the e-file. And then after that, you're pretty much done, and it comes with a top coat to put on top, and then you cure that for 60 seconds and you're done. So I think it takes the same amount of time unless I have a little bit more practice. It might be a little faster than acrylic. I love the color, absolutely love the color. I love that they come out so thin. I think if you're somebody that likes short nails or you just want to make your natural nails stronger, this kit and this gel will be something you will absolutely love. For long nails, I'm not sure how strong these are going to be yet. I'm not sure about that, but overall I did like it. I could use some more practice, but for my first time, it's pretty simple, pretty easy, and not too bad. So I will link everything I used in the description box, so don't forget to check that out, and thank you guys for watching.